What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another tier list. I had actually planned on this tier list coming out tomorrow because we all kind of expected content today, but you know what? I do have I have a backlog of 3 or 4 videos that I had ready for the weekend, but I'm just gonna have to eat into probably next weekend's videos because there's no content. But at the same time, like, the fact that it's looking like Spotlight Sims could come out sometime soon means I'll have other days where I have some content planned that I can use over the weekend. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So if you guys could leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. This week, honestly, was the hardest I think I've ever worked on videos. I know I've had weeks where I've uploaded more videos, but with some other stuff going on, outside of 2K, this is the hardest I've worked. So if you could leave a like, you appreciate it. And also, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Trying to 200,000 subscribers as soon as possible. But anyway, now we're going to get on to the tier list. So this is the power forward tier list. Only primary power forwards count. And also, lads, this is my opinion. So first of all, Sekou Doumbouya. He has a duo with Nick Batum. Do I think Doumbouya is a great card? No. Do I think Doumbouya is a decent card? Yes. So I'm going to put him in B tier. He's got no fancy footwork, but he's got good animations. He's got a really long wingspan. So there's kind of a lot of good stuff about this card. Bad things, he's got Aaron Gordon release, which I don't really like. Again, no fancy footwork. His stats and badges aren't exceptional, but again, player build is really nice. And you can play at the 3 with length. So Ryan Anderson, I'm going to put Ryan Anderson bang smack in the middle as well. I like this card a lot more than most people do. That's all I'm going to say. I like Ryan Anderson a hell of a lot more than most people do. He's one of my favorite releases in the game. And also the fact that the way I play the game, I can't play defense anyway. I'm just going to say that right now. Like, I can't play on-ball defense anyway. And because of his length at 6'10", he can get in lanes and switch. So he can do he's fine for my team. As far as budget players go, he is one of the better ones in the game. For my playstyle, he's B tier. Depending on your playstyle, he might be a lot lower though. And there's no real situation he's going to be higher than that. I'm probably higher on that card than most people are. Then we got Jeff Greene. I'm going to put Jeff Greene in A tier. I really like Jeff Greene. Especially with the hitch removed from everyone's jumper. His release is so cash. Also got to go behind the back. He's an elite rim runner. Got a big player build. Dunks the ball fantastic. Like, he does everything, as well as playing fantastic defense both on the perimeter and interior. So I'm telling you, Jeff Greene, he's a little more expensive than he was, but he's still an elite card. Although there is a card that I would probably take over Jeff Greene if he's still significantly cheaper. Then we got Danilo Gallinari. Like, Gallinari kind of plays the role that Ryan Anderson plays. As in, like, he's a big 6'10" guy, not the greatest defender in the world, but will hit shots. I think he was way better when he came out. Like, when Gallinari came out, I think he was in either the second or third batch of Spotlight Sims, but he was very solid. He was more than usable. He was a really solid card at that time. It's just, obviously, other cards have come out and outclassed it. But he was a really good card at the time, but yeah, I think he's just outclassed now. Then we got Ingram. I don't like Ingram's release. I'm just going to say that right now. Ingram's okay. Like, he's definitely okay. But is he great? Not really. Like, if you're a big Ingram fan, if you're a big Pelicans fan, you want to use him, he's perfectly fine for that, but he's not going to be a guy that's destroying composition. And we got Pascal Siakam. So Siakam is going A tier. Pascal's really good. His jumper is super nice, especially since they got rid of the hitch. Like, again, if you guys watched yesterday's video, he was legitimately one of the players that I said was way better because they got rid of the hitches or the load-ups. He's a really great defender. Obviously, he's got really good length as well on the perimeter. He's gets in lanes really well, got a long wingspan, and it's just, remember at the start of the year, everyone expected Siakam to be like the Yanis it is here. Well, he's not quite Yanis. He's a great 3-and-D wing. 3-and-D wing or 3-and-D post player. We got Jonathan Isaac, who I'm going to put in B tier for the reason that he's got no range. If Jonathan Isaac, we just need range extender Isaac. We don't need point guard Isaac. We don't need anything else. We just need range extender Isaac. If this Jonathan Isaac get range extender, he'd be unbelievable. Jonathan Isaac half quick draw as well. His release is so good. It's actually good enough on goal quick draw. Like, again, I used him so much with my when I was playing with low overall squads, and he was really nice. Especially if they go and give us a new Jonathan Isaac and make him 6'11", like his current card is, and give him half quick draw and half range, that is just game over. Even half quick draw and gold range, or gold quick draw gold range for 6'11" Isaac. That card becomes a god of pink diamonds. Then we got Gerald Wallace. So I'm gonna put Gerald Wallace in B tier as well. A lot of solid players so far. The thing with Gerald Wallace is that it's just he's small. He can't play on power forward. He's fine at small forward. He's really good, but would I put Gerald Wallace over like a Dennis Scott? Probably not. And I would only play Gerald Wallace as small forward, even though obviously Dennis Scott's a 2-guard or a small forward. I'm not sure what his primary position is, but he's definitely not power forward. So then we have got LaFonso Ellis. So people might call me crazy. I'm putting LaFonso Ellis in A tier. And if anyone was in Fatballs' stream, like I played Fatballs just in a friendly game just because he was meant to play Ty and stuff got mixed up just for some entertainment. And if you guys saw what LaFonso Ellis did against him, I played Fatball is one of the top players in Europe. Whatever about him a couple of months ago, he has gotten very, very good. Like, as in, he's gotten good for Europe. He's I played basically a whole game against him, running through LaFonso Ellis and Dean Wade and held my own. LaFonso Ellis is fantastic. But LaFonso Ellis has got a fairly nice release. Like, he's got the, especially without the hitch, he's got the Dinwiddie release, which I don't like him too much for creating his own shot, but wide open, it's cash. Also got good dribble moves. Is he the greatest card in the world? No, but I really enjoy using the card and I have a lot of success with him, so A tier. Then we got Jian Lian. So, he's A. He's 7 foot tall, got some good enough speed. His dribbling isn't the greatest, but he's got Jonathan Isaac's release. Again, he just shows how cash Jonathan Isaac's release is on half quick draw and half range, but yeah, he is really, really good. He's definitely A tier. Then we have got the most obvious choice so far. We have got S tier Dean Wade. No way am I not putting him in this tier. He is my starting power forward, and he will be my starting power forward in the vast majority of the games I ever play. In reality, is he S tier? No, but this is the DBG channel. This is my list. Dean Wade is S tier. Then we got Paul Silas. A. I like Paul Silas. I really think he's a good card. I think he shoots the lights out. I think he's one of the better defensive players in the game. I think he's just a way better Gerald Wallace. That's my kind of comparison with Paul Silas, but yeah, I think he's a really good card. Jared Dudley, B. I think he shoots the ball really, really well. And that's kind of... Actually, he's a good perimeter defender, but that's kind of it. Especially for his price, he's not bad at all. Like, if you're getting him for like 7 or 8k, he's more than solid, but I would rather just spend the 2,000 extra and get Joe Caldwell, to be honest, because he's only 6'6", so he's even undersized the small forward position. Then you've got Jabari Parker. I'm going to put Jabari in C tier, and I'm also going to put defensive Jabari Parker in C tier as well. So, the thing is with Jabari Parker and Rui Hachimura is they have, basically, they both have Melo's release, they both are similar cards. Neither of them can shoot from the corners, which is again a bit of a problem. Rui Hachimura has a goal quick draw, gold range, and I know Parker's Hall of Fame quick draw, I'm not sure if it's gold range either, but the release is cash. Like, the release is straight up cash, especially since they took the load up out of it, but at the same time, Jabari Parker doesn't play defense and Rui Hachimura doesn't bring much on offense. Like, Hachimura is not going to be shooting the ball like he's a Ryan Anderson or Gallinari. He's not going to be attacking the basket like he's doing Boya or Ingram. He's also not going to be locking people down like Wallace or Dudley, so he's going to go down in C tier. But, again, neither of these cards are bad. Then we got Miles Bridges. He's 6'6", so he's undersized, and I just don't like his release. Just straight up, I just don't like that release, so I'm going to put him in C tier. Danny Manning, I am a big, big fan. I'm putting him in A tier. No way would I put him in S tier. But like, I have more success with Danny Manning than the vast majority of people, so that's probably a little bit of bias. Then we got Rudy, A tier. Oh man, his opal's so good. His opal is so good. Pink Diamond's solid though. Pink Diamond is definitely solid, but the opal I think is absolutely quality. So yeah, Pink Diamond's pretty good, so he's gonna go A tier. Then we've got Paul Pierce, D. Imagine if Rui Hachimura had worse stats and steady. That's what you're getting with Paul Pierce. And is an inch smaller. He's small for the small forward position. His stats are great. Don't get me wrong, his stats are great. He's small for the small forward position, can't shoot from the corners. Or small, yeah, even small for small forward. Can't shoot from the corners and has steady. So no question about it, D tier. Now we're going on to our higher overall players. So we're going to start getting a lot more into S tier. We got Jerry Lucas. His release looks awkward, but it's cash. It is cash. Once you get used to that, or if you're starting to look at his feet rather than his hands, it is a really easy release of time. Dribble moves are not terrible. Again, he's got the T-Mac behind the back. Again, not quite as good as Rudy, but in terms of the opals, but I'd say it probably goes, for me, Rudy 1, Glenn Rice 2, Lucas 3, and then Worthy 4 in terms of the best 12 and over awards, but it's still an elite card in the game. Then we got Antawn Jamison, A tier. There's just something about him that I was not a fan of, but he's class. Like, again, he's buy now. And the thing is, people are telling me he's like 90k and Kurylenko is 150k. Like, he is not like, he's not that much worse than AK. He's a little bit worse than AK. Like, a little bit worse than AK. I might end up moving him up to S, but he is not as good as, he's just a worse version of this guy right here. He's just a worse version of Bob Pettit. So he's Bob Pettit, but he's worse in every single way and it is smaller. So that's basically it. Then we have got Spencer Haywood. Spencer Haywood is not very good. Defensively, he's fine. Like, he's fine defensively. I'm not going to say he's great. Like, well, actually, no, he's great defensively. He's great going to the basket, I guess. Release is quite quick, but man, no range. No range. He doesn't quite have, like, the handle and height and length of a Jonathan Isaac. So, yeah, I can't justify putting him ahead of C tier. I wouldn't ever use him. We got Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp would have been C tier if this was 2 days ago, but I'm gonna, or B tier if this was 2 days ago, but I'm gonna put him A tier. Kemp's release is iffy. That's the only reason he's not S tier. Like, it's not a terrible, unusable release, but it's iffy. It is definitely iffy. Like, he still has that weird hitch where he brings the ball to like his left side of his body before he shoots. But there's no longer a delay between the button press and the jump shot, which means that that hitch is a lot more manageable. So, yeah, he's gonna go into A tier. And we got Terry Cummings. Yeah, A. Pretty good animations, pretty alright release. I'm not that high on the card. I've used him a few times and he's usable. He's okay. He's pretty decent, but I wouldn't say he's exceptional. Then we have got B tier Larry Johnson. A little bit undersized at 6'7", although his release is really nice. Handles the ball pretty well. Can be a really solid card. I think he's very similar to LaFonso Ellis, and if you want to interchange those, you can. It's just for me anyway. I prefer the fact that LaFonso Ellis is Pro 2, some better animations, and I do prefer LaFonso Ellis' release off the catch, although Larry's really good as well. Then we got Darius Miles. Darius Miles is going right under Jeff Greene. They're the same card. Like, well, they're not the same card. They do the exact same things well. Like, I think that, personally, I prefer Greene. But honestly, my opinion changes day after day who I prefer, Miles or Greene. Get whoever, if you want one of them, get whoever's cheaper. Straight up, just get whoever's cheaper, because they will give you the exact same thing. And then we have got Mel Daniels. So Mel Daniels has got, he's basically an opal version of Gerald Wallace. I would have thought he'd be higher than this, but yeah, he's A tier. There's just something about him that I don't really like, but he's basically an opal version of Gerald Wallace. Almost the same base, same release, like, he is a very, very good card. Then we got Kevin Love. B tier. Like, yeah, I get it. He's an opal, but, like, is Kevin Love that good? Like, wow, he can spot up and shoot really, really well. So can every other player B tier and above, minus Sekou Doumbouya and Jonathan Isaac. Literally, they can all do that. And they can all do other stuff as well. Although Kevin Love might be the best pick and pop jump shooter of them all, still doesn't make up for the fact he doesn't do anything else well. Then we have got Kevin Garnett, S tier. Easily a top tier defensive power forward. The load up being removed from his jump shot was huge as well. Basically means that he can green a lot more. The release is nowhere near as bad. I think he's a little bit clunky, but again, if you use him for defense, just pick and pop shots, like if you use him like he's a well, if you want to run your offense through him, I think you're going to struggle. But if you use him like he's like the 4th best player on the floor at any given time, he could be really good at the power forward or the center position. However, again, I wouldn't. I definitely would not lock in more than like 300k for this card because, again, he's not significantly better than Siakam. He's better, not significantly better. Next we have got Kristaps Porzingis A. Or S. Again, like, Porzingis, I don't like this card as much as I should. But he's cooked me sometimes. Like, there's just something about Porzingis I don't like. But he's a 7'3" sniper. So I can't justify not putting him in A tier. Like, there's certain cards where it's like, I don't like them, so I can justify putting him a bit down, like Jamison. Because Jamison's in a debate between which tier he's on. But, like, Kristaps should be number 1. Then we got Dirk. He's the worst Kevin Love, C tier. His release is so bad. It is so bad. Like, sometimes bad releases, he'll only drop maybe a tier or 2 because it seems like everyone can shoot. Even after the hitch, Dirk's is terrible. And this one can't even dribble glitch like the 2-guard Dirk. Then we got Larry. I am going to say this right now, I don't like Larry Bird. But I'm going to put him in A tier because I know how good the card is. It's one of those situations again where you're like, you know the card is good, and even though I don't like it, I can't justify putting him in a lower tier. Paul George, in my opinion, is S tier. I still really like this card. I genuinely think this card gives you almost everything that the Opal gives you, except for the fact that the Opal can play the 2-guard. I think, like, if you want to play both of them at the 3, if you turned off the thing of the under players that makes you able to see or their tier, if you turn that off and play both Paul George at the small forward position, you wouldn't notice a difference. You actually wouldn't. Like, I'm telling, like, that's how good I think this Paul George is. Then we've got Anthony Davis, S, without question, a top 3 or 4 card in the game. Amari Stoudemire, S, no question about it. Amari Stoudemire is S tier. Do I think Amari is like the greatest card in the game? Not really. But the power forward position, as you guys can see, is kind of weak. So he definitely belongs up there in S tier. Jamison probably belongs in S tier, to be honest, at this stage. Like, looking at the company there, Jamison probably does. I'll leave him in A tier for now, but I don't know. Like, you're not, like, if you want to argue Jamison's up there, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm not gonna even. I will not try to fight that case because I think it is a very, very close one. Then we got Kuzma B. I just don't like this card. I really don't like this card. I've used him a few times. Don't like his release. Don't like his defense. Don't like his dribbling. Don't like anything about Kyle Kuzma. Then we got Blake. A. Blake's A tier. He's a really good pick and pop jump shooter. Can create a little bit. He's. No, actually, nah. If Amari is S, Blake's S. Yeah, considering the fact that we've only got 9 so far, and it's only 10 or 11, yeah, there deserves to be 10 or 11 S tier players, and like Dean Wade's like an honorary S tier player, so let's just say there's 8 so far. Yeah, Blake Griffin deserves to be there. Then we got Timmy D. Timmy D is going down here in C tier. Why is he going in C tier? Because he had a novelty of being like, oh, he was a point guard, or not, a center that had Hall of Fame quick first step, and now they all have Hall of Fame quick first step. He can play defense, but he has a release that is more broken than Dirk. He has a release that is more broken than the Matt Hardy that went to AEW. And we have got Yanis. Yanis, I'm going to put Yanis in B tier. I don't think he's as good as Jonathan Isaac. I think he's very similar to Isaac. I would take Isaac over him, but he's basically the glitched Yanis without range extender. Even though range extender is big for him, you can still rim run. You can still be very, very successful with this card here. Then we got Kawhi Leonard, S tier. Kawhi, one of the best wings in the game, one of the most underrated cards in the game, and a card that, honestly, he's overpriced. He's bad value, but doesn't change the fact that this card's fantastic on the wing. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is a video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LABB, who we running with, yeah. 2233, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the